stretch our bodies up to the sun, up to the heavens, so we can start to sync ourselves and feel that energy coming into us. We can have a lot of things on our mind, around us, and within us. This is a time just for us to center and connect to Christ. So our gaze is looking up beyond our fingertips. Our chins are up slightly towards our hands. And feel free to bend your arms here, to move them side to side. Find your comfort here, because we've been talking a lot how we can hold a lot of tension in our shoulders, our rotator cuff behind us, at our necks and shoulders. So this is a time for us to work it out, to start to turn on the energy, the chi in our body. We can wiggle our fingers here. And as you can I'll remind you that it's really natural for us to have love and light inside. That's what we're called to do. Everyone has love and light inside of them. And so what we're doing tonight is taking the time to connect to it. Scientific that the waves of God exist when there is complete nothingness. So go ahead and center yourself here, bringing your hands down to your heart. I encourage you to close your eyes and just be for a moment, because our focus today is going to be on meditating, which can be a hard concept sometimes. Again, we have a lot of things happening within us, around us. So taking the time to close our eyes, connect to Christ, and therefore to ourselves, we can find that nothingness. Seeing just His light now. As you sit here with your palms close to your chest, pushing together, ensure that you're sitting up nice and tall, engaging your core muscles. To help ground now at your hips, sitting very still and strong and steady. Taking a moment just to breathe and to be. We warmed up by moving our hands up to the sun. Now we're bringing it back into ourselves, connecting to the Christ within through our breath and our presence. This is a simple form of meditation where we can connect physically to that emptiness, where God exists always. And the more comfortable we get here, the less we fear it, the less doubt we have, and the more faith and trust we feel. So tonight we're going to be asking ourselves, what does it look like for us to meditate? Everyone has a different method of being mindful and meditating. And so I hope I've taught you a couple of course is stretching. So I'm going to be between my legs so you can see. Steady and strong here on my hips. Spine's nice and straight. Gaze is forward here, while I let my fingertips fall between my shoulders. Gently, my other hand is pushing my elbow down toward my head. there's the rest of God's word. For the wise, like the fool, will not be long remembered. The days have already come, and both have been forgotten. Like the fool, the wise too must die. And so we've been talking a lot about how nothing can exist at any stage. Our life goes through seasons. And this story really teaches us about the meaninglessness of life, and therefore how everything does have meaning. The story through this moves into a time of anger, resentment, and even hatred, until understanding the seasons of life, the emptiness of life, and the finite, unpredictable, and meaningless nature of it. Our shoulders. Our shoulder. So your neck is staying neutral here. You're not pushing your neck too much. It's coming because our neck can be a really gentle part of us. We don't want to strain any nerves here. So focus your energy from your chin. Imagine a string. It's just pulling it gently toward your shoulder. As you exhale. So as we remember this lesson, to be faithful that God is always here, to trust in Him, we'll challenge ourselves to go the extra mile in our lives, to find comfort and better connect to the truth within ourselves by seeking Him and sinking to His wisdom within ourselves. So let's bring our heads back to the center, and this time our ears go down. I'm going to gently push my chin. Ears come down. That wisdom. our chest. can be for these movements, starting with our sun salutation, stretching up and gazing toward these fingertips. We stretch just our hands and shoulders here for a modified sun salutation, a seated sun salutation, sitting up tall, resting our weight here on our hips. To ensure your spine is straight here, you could push your tailbone slightly back, slightly in, tucking in toward yourself to engage your abs, your core muscles. Continue your breath here. Your gaze up toward the sky, holding this pose before bringing our arms back down. So now the left arms stretching toward our left toes. Straight and strong arms today, guys. We're taking a lot of time to stretch our arms super straight. Feel free to bend them and shake them out as needed. Those qigong poses are great for relaxing those muscles. Feeling free to relax and reset at any time. If you'd like to extend this stretch, you could grab onto the side of your foot, gently pushing those toes up toward yourself to encourage a deeper stretch through your lower leg. We're not focusing a lot on our spines today, but I do want to remind you that we could bring our chest toward our knees here to ensure we're feeling that stretch through our middle, through our spines. Beautiful. From here, and exhale to our other side. Going however far is comfortable for you. Again, feeling free to release and reset at any time, especially around our arms and shoulders. We're using those muscles a lot today. We hold this for a few breaths, and if you'd like, feel free to extend, deepen that stretch by gently pushing those toes toward yourself. Again, reminding ourselves to bring our chest toward our knees here. Before inhaling back up and zipping our legs together, toes come together to the front, so we can reach both arms forward for a forward fold. Like step. So we can really be with this quiet music. We have our binaural beats playing. We feel our belly breaths here, bringing our chest toward our knees. A lot of people call this a river pose because we can truly imagine the flow of energy from the top of our heads, down our spine, through our hips, down our legs, up our toes, and back up our arms, around and around. We imagine that cycle of energy as we breathe. Deep belly breaths. has been one we've been practicing a lot in our Ashtanga sequence, practicing again. And they become a part of our default mode. We feel comfortable here physically, so we can open ourselves up. Allowing gravity to pull our upper bodies down toward our mats here. Again, imagining our chest is meeting our knees, pushing those chests toward our knees to deepen this stretch. Again, our tailbones are back today and slightly tucked to keep our spine long, straight, and strong. If you'd like here, you could put your palms up toward the ceiling and push your wrist down to deepen this stretch. This will engage more your upper body as you stay here in a forward fold. Let me move my blocks so everyone can see how gently my wrists are just falling down toward my mat, palms up, fingers pointing behind me. And my gaze here is towards my toes, towards the center of my toes, to allow my neck to stay neutral. And from here, let's take a moment to hear God's word. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. To trust and have faith in that plan. from the top of my head. Into my sun salutation, standing this time. So we should still feel comfortable with our upper bodies in this position, continuing those big breaths as we continue to raise our gaze up toward our fingertips. But our focus is now to ground our feet and our lower body on our mat. So as we learned in our last service, in Ashtanga Yoga, there's different locks in our body essentially. And by locking those parts into place, we can find balance and security in our physical self. And so those locks lie here in our lower belly. Meditations, we hear God's word, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. And so we understand
chest toward my knees.